You have not been clickbaited. Today is the 21st of November, and 12 hours ago at the time of recording, Grandmaster and world number 4 chess player Hikaru Nakamura was accused of cheating on Chess.com. The accusations come from 3-time world champion Vladimir Kramnik, who has been a beacon fighting against cheating in online chess in the last few months. Today I am not going to be sharing my opinion with you because quite frankly it doesn't mean very much. Instead, I'm going to provide you with all of the information thus far and you can form your own opinion. But first, let me explain how we even got to this situation. Vladimir Kramnik has been very active in fighting against cheating in online chess in the last few months, especially in Titled Tuesday, where he believes that over 25% of the titled players are consistently cheating in one way or another. Generally, grandmasters are in agreement with what Vladimir Kramnik is preaching. American Grandmaster Levon Aronian said 2 days ago on November 19th, "I watched Kramnik's latest video on the subject of online cheating in Titled Tuesday tournaments, and I think the method to determine foul play is solid. Easy money tempts way too many people." For those who don't know, there is a weekly prize pool of 5,000 American dollars in Titled Tuesday. It's one of the highest paying consistent online events where the winner will get 1,000 USD. 2021 and 2023 World Chess Championship runner-up Jan Nepomniachtchi said last month, judging by the current state of affairs in online and over-the-board chess, either the cheating situation is completely out of control or the rating system needs to be reformed, or both. Vladimir Kramnik thinks that over 25% of people in Titled Tuesday are cheating, whilst American Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana thinks that it might be even more.
He estimated that 25% of titled players. I would guess it's actually much higher than that. It's probably over half. People will probably think I'm paranoid, but I really do feel like it is about over half.
Eventually, Chess.com chimed in, saying the cheating concerns are valid, but the statistics circulating are wrong. This is essentially Chess.com's way of saying, yes, there are people cheating in Titled Tuesday, but let the professionals handle it. We know what we're doing. We are going to conduct a proper investigation. There is no need to needlessly drag anyone's name through the dirt. And that brings us to Hikaru being accused of cheating by Vladimir Kramnik. Vladimir has an interesting way of conveying his thoughts, and I guess he likes to put things in his Chess.com bio, but he said some small new piece of statistics recently noticed. A player had scored 45.5 out of 46 consecutive 3-minute blitz games against approximately 2,950 in average rating opposition, a few different players, which is equivalent to 3,600 plus performance in those 46 consecutive games. I believe everyone would find this interesting. For anyone wondering how good 3,600 plus is, well, Vladimir Kramnik is essentially accusing of whoever this is to be cheating, because Stockfish is 3,546 ELO. I also quickly wanted to cover the fact that Vladimir Kramnik is indeed a 3-time world champion. In the year 2000, he beat Garry Kasparov to win the world championship. In 2004, he beat Peter Leko to defend it, and in 2006, he beat Veselin Topalov to win it a 3rd time. It's also important that you remember the name Veselin Topalov because it comes up at a later date. Around 12 hours ago, 2-time World Chess Championship runner-up Jan Nepomniachtchi tweeted this. He screenshotted Vladimir Kramnik's Chess.com bio, the one accusing someone of cheating, and said because he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now. Again, this is no random grandmaster talking here. He was the runner-up against Magnus Carlsen in the 2021 World Chess Championship, and he was the runner-up against Ding Liren in the 2023 World Chess Championship. But who are they talking about? Well, that one's pretty obvious. He's talking about Hikaru Nakamura. A tweet just before Jan Nepomniachtchi's shows 4 screenshots of Hikaru's games where he goes on a 46-game unbeaten streak. Here is the first photo, here is the second, here is the third, and here is the fourth. We can also go to Hikaru Nakamura's Chess.com profile and count for ourselves. On this page we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. I'm not going to count for you, but if you want to pause and count for yourselves, the remaining games are against this Iranian FIDE master Artin, and we go all the way down to his final game against this Armenian international master Artur. That streak of games adds up to exactly 45.5 out of 46 consecutive 3-minute blitz games against approximately 2,950 in average rating opposition. Hikaru then responded on Twitter. He said, "Vladimir appears to be referencing my record. Is he really accusing me of cheating? At Lebetov Chess, at Yandapomnishi, are you jumping on this accusation as well by tweeting this garbage?" As far as I can tell, Lebetov Chess took down the tweet that Hikaru was referencing. Also completely unrelated, but if there was ever a need for a deep cavity search on Hikaru, I want to put my hand up and volunteer for that role. I think it would be a noble thing to do to get to the bottom of this situation. Multiple Grandmasters have come forward defending Hikaru in the short time that this accusation has been public. Grandmaster Benjamin Feingold said the chances of GM Hikaru cheating are 0%. I would bet my life on that. Kramnik owes Hikaru an apology. A 17-minute comprehensive video was also made by Grandmaster Eric Hansen. I highly recommend you go and watch Eric's video after this one, as he provides his opinion on the entire topic rather than just giving the details. But here is a short clip of Eric's general thoughts on if Hikaru is cheating or not.
I don't think Hikaru is cheating. I've seen him play in person. I've been playing Hikaru in person since I was a teenager. Yes, he is a bit better online than in person, and he's really good at just winning bad positions and fighting. Yeah, I think he's legit.
Hikaru then took to Reddit regarding this situation. He said, "Maybe people will finally start to realize that when I say things on my stream about people like Kramnik/Nepo accusing me of cheating from 2 months ago, I'm not making things up for clicks/views. As many of you know, I'm not a data scientist, but let's use the real ratings, also known as over the board, of my opponents, rather than trying to inflate the stats with online ones, which are all at least plus 400 to begin with. 2,399, 2,332, 2,471, 2,496, 2,435, and 1 game against a 2,616 rated player. So basically, out of the 45 games, excluding the 1 win versus Anjal, I scored 45.5 out of 45 against a 2,426 average. Oh, and of course, all of these games were on stream too. Lol. For those who don't know, Hikaru Nakamura currently boasts an over-the-board blitz rating of 2,874, and if we go back to this number, 2,426, which was the average over-the-board rating of his opponents, it is 448 ELO lower rated than Hikaru over the board. Grandmaster David Smurdon also came to Hikaru's defense, stating, "A few years ago, a researcher sent me an analysis claiming that Hikaru was cheating in Title Tuesdays. I was skeptical, but looked into the data anyway. I concluded there was no strong evidence of cheating, even though his streaks can indeed be exceptional." You might be wondering who the hell is David Smurdon. Well, he is a Grandmaster from Queensland, which is in Australia, so #patriotism. But no, the reality is a lot of people haven't come to Hikaru's defense yet because it was literally 12 hours ago. It was 12 hours and 20 minutes ago to be exact at the time of recording, and a lot of people just haven't chimed in with their opinion. Grandmaster Jacob Agard also said, "What a world we live in where people can make unfounded accusations of cheating just like that." Which brings me onto an angle I have heard nobody talk about, which is the fact that in the 2006 World Chess Championship, Veselin Topalov accused Vladimir Kramnik of cheating. This article is very wordy, so I will go to this summary on chess.com where Veselin Topalov says, "We got the videos of what Kramnik was doing between every move. He said he was going to the bathroom many times and his behavior was very suspicious. We never wanted to stop the match. There were clear indications of cheating. You look at that tape and it puts the fear into you. It's not just how many times he went to the bathroom, but how he went. Many times he came out, came to the board, and moved instantly." The reason that I'm showing you this is to show that out of anyone, Vladimir Kramnik should know the consequences baseless claims have on your playing career. His 2006 world title was largely stained by Topalov's comments, despite there being very little evidence to suggest that he actually cheated. So what should we think from this situation? Well, if you were to leave this video thinking one thing, it should be one of 3. The first possibility is that Hikaru is cheating. Whether the odds of that are closer to 0 than they are to 0.1%, it is still never impossible that this is the case. Another possibility is that Kramnik knows very well that Hikaru is not cheating, but he is trying to draw eyes to the bigger picture. Cheating in chess is a big problem, and it's a problem that even Hikaru has expressed concern about. The issue is, when people stop talking about it, not much progress is made. Just Stop Oil is a protesting group in Europe that basically does annoying things to get the conversation started about not using oil. It could be possible that Vladimir Kramnik is using this strategy to get your attention and then solve the bigger problem. And unfortunately, it's also possible that Vladimir Kramnik is also just losing his mind. If you go far enough down the rabbit hole of figuring out who is cheating and who is not cheating in online chess, if you cherry pick statistics, you are eventually going to come to your own conclusions that are completely biased. It is very possible that Vladimir Kramnik has reached this point and it is blinding him from the truth. I think we can all agree that this is bad. Should you be able to get away with accusing someone of cheating with very limited evidence? Let me take you for a trip down memory lane. In September of 2022, world champion Magnus Carlsen accused 19-year-old Hans Niemann of cheating in over-the-board chess. I want to emphasize the fact that Hans Niemann was 19 years old when this occurred. He's 20 years old now, but the tournament happened on September 4th of 2022, meaning that he was 19 years old at the time. Since then, he has been dragged through the mud in the public eye. He also stopped getting invited to closed tournaments because tournament organizers feared that other grandmasters would pull out of events if they knew that Hans Niemann would be invited. This resulted in Hans Niemann being forced to play open tournaments where his rating would drop from 2,708 all the way down to 2,659. Despite all of the allegations, in Chess.com's 72-page report, they stated, however, while Hans has a record-setting and remarkable rise in rating and strength, in our view there is a lack of concrete statistical evidence that he cheated in his game with Magnus or in any other over-the-board, i.e. in-person games. It's quite clear that these kinds of accusations have the potential to be very detrimental to someone's career in chess. And it brings us to this point. Should you be able to publicly accuse someone of cheating based on extremely little evidence? I'm an Arsenal fan, and our manager Mikel Arteta was recently charged by the FA over criticisms of the officials after we lost to Newcastle 1-0. These kind of rules are in place so one person doesn't get a whole load of online hate for a statement that was made in the heat of the moment. Do you guys think that a variation of this system should be put in place by Chess.com? Whilst catching and banning cheaters should be Chess.com's #1 priority, they should also be protecting their players from potentially false accusations. I think what this situation highlights the most is that a 3-time world champion is more inclined to publicly announce his accusations of another player rather than trusting in Chess.com's fair play system. I said at the beginning of the video that I wasn't going to give my opinion, but I'm going to make one exception for this final comment because in my opinion, that is a major problem. Chess.com have been very vocal with the changes that they are making to catch more cheaters on the website. But I think they have a lot more to do because situations like these just should not exist. I hope you guys are all updated about the situation, and of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'd be happy to talk about it. Do you guys think there's a chance that Hikaru was cheating, or is this just another false accusation?